We, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Van Dyke, guilty of second-degree murder.
I hope that this sparks change. I think that there needs to be complete reform in the police department. It's a toxic culture, and we don't feel protected. We don't feel served, and we want to.
Those officers who lied, they're still on this. They still haven't been prosecuted. We need to hold them accountable. The city council that voted for these settlements, they're still in office. We need them removed. We need the mayor removed. We need a consent decree. We need a Laquan Mcdonald legislation passed. We need FOP revisions made in the police union contract, and so much more that we need before we can really talk about healing. But this is a good first step.
Because not a single shot was necessary or justified. This defendant gets out of his vehicle. From the moment he gets out of his vehicle, 6 seconds later, he pulls the trigger first time and starts to shoot Laquan Mcdonald. For the next 12 and a half seconds, the defendant continues to pull the trigger of his gun over and over until he empties the entire clip of the gun. In total, this defendant decides to shoot Laquan Mcdonald not once, not twice, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's only halfway done. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 times in total.
What's up, everybody? It's iCkEdMeL. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, help me to continue to grow. And I just wanted to do a little update on this story. I've never covered it before, but Vesper was talking about it, and it's kind of the breaking news right now. The shooting of Laquan Mcdonald, it happened October 20th, 2014. And I don't know if you guys have seen the video. You can search it on YouTube. I'm not going to play it here, but he was fatally shot by Jason Van Dyke. The cops came, they arrived. He was kind of moving erratically. He pulled out a knife, which, you know, I don't agree with. That was wrong, but the way the cops handled that situation was so messed up. Okay, the cops came out, they got out the car, and they shot him down, and like the guy shot him 16 times. You know, he didn't even try to get a taser. He didn't try to like de-escalate. The guy wasn't even walking towards the cops. He was kind of walking away from the cops, if you could see. Justice finally came down, and he got a guilty charge today. He was convicted of second-degree murder, not first-degree. And I think why this is so big is because Van Dyke is the first Chicago police officer in half a century to be found guilty of murder for an on-duty shooting. He faces a minimum of 6 years in prison when he is sentenced by Judge Vincent Gahn. The jury acquitted him only of one single count of official misconduct. If you guys saw in the beginning clips, people were talking about cover-ups, and I haven't dug into the story that deep. I can only do one story at a time, but Sean King here said that. He says, 3 years ago, we learned that members of the Chicago Police Department and local city government conspired together to cover up the murder of Laquan Mcdonald. So it's just kind of interesting to see that. I think the people in Chicago are super happy about this. They're celebrating, and I think this is maybe like a small step, and this might set an example for other cops that are thinking about or doing these kind of things. Sean King here also says the judge revoked all chance at bond. Officer Jason Van Dyke is now a convicted felon and will go to prison. He faces a mandatory minimum sentence that will likely spend 20 to 30 years. So I'm not sure where he's citing that at. The website I just saw that said 6 years. So it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. And I kind of want to know your guys' thoughts. What do you think about this? I think this is a step in the right move, but it was a little alarming, or not really alarming, but interesting that he is the first cop on duty in 50 years in Chicago to be charged for murdering somebody. So I'll just end this off on Laquan Mcdonald, 17 years old. They said he was moving erratic. I think about all the crazy situations I've been in when I was younger, and I could have been killed. I could have been shot. That could have been me. There's stories that I've never told that were just so crazy that I'd like to one day be able to tell them, but I don't say them now because of my interest, you know, my daytime job and all that stuff. But it just makes you think, man, the guy's too young, you know, Botham Jean, too young. And the cop overreacted, and justice came and it worked. So I just want to say thank you guys for being subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it, man. When you subscribe, it really helps me, you know, reach my dreams and goals and do something that people didn't think I could do, that people doubted me and that people didn't support me. I'm not saying everybody, but there was just people that wouldn't support me along the way. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. And another thing too, I really appreciate your feedback. I had somebody comment the other day, and I had a friend call me today and tell me the same thing. That outro that you see, like I do, I see potential subscribers. subscribers. And then like I do that whole thing where I'm dancing. For certain videos that are serious like this, I shouldn't have that dancing thing. And I didn't realize it. And some friends pointed that out to me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to work on a new outro. So a new outro is coming up for the more serious topics. The I see potential subscribers, that's always going to be there because I love that. So thank you guys for riding with me, especially through my downs and my ups and everything. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Be safe. And yeah, take care. It is a pretty good feeling on doing something that people told you couldn't do, defying the odds.
I see potential subscribers.